I hope you are ready because we have quite a ride for the next 1.5 hours, guys. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, here we go. You can see I have in my hands a 30-page document. It's the abridged version. Yes, of Nigeria's Vision 2020. So let's dig into it together if you are ready, and let's ask the question. We're just going to find out how well we've done. How well have we come? I can't wait to do this with you. Welcome to the show. It's the Morning Crossfire. This is 99.3 Nigeria Info, and I'm Wemimo Adewuni. WhatsApp number to join the show. Gosh, your messages keep pouring in. It's 08095975805, 08095975805. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. How far with Nigeria's Vision 2020? How far with Nigeria's Vision 2020, guys? Let's talk about that the next 1.5 hours. Okay, if you're ready, I'll run you through the introduction. You know how we do it. I'll take your thoughts. You just do an appraisal. Tell me first how you think we've done before I dig into the document. All right. This is what the Vision 2020 is about. That by 2020, Nigeria will be one of the 20 largest economies in the world, able to consolidate its leadership role in Africa and establish itself as a significant player in the global economic and political arena. You got it? That by 2020, Nigeria will be one of the 20 largest economies in the world, able to consolidate its leadership role in Africa and establish itself as a significant player in the global economic and political arena. So, have we achieved this? Where is 2020 again, guys? Here it is. We are in 2020. 2020 has always been the point of reference to Nigeria's aim to join the 20 largest economies, 20 countries with the largest economies. Attaining this vision would, quote, enable the country achieve a high standard of living for its citizens. In terms of gross domestic products, Nigeria is not among the world's top 20 economies. As of 2019, Nigeria ranked 28th largest economy in the world. We're number 8 away from our goal. 11 years ago, September 2009, during the administration of the late President Umaru Yar'Adua, Nigeria conceived the idea of Vision 2020, setting goals ahead for the country to become one of the best 20 economies in the world. So, you tell me, 11 years after, what profound economic transformation do you think Nigeria has achieved 11 years after we set this goal? Not a bad idea to set a goal, but let's appraise how far we have come in achieving the goal.
Call us on 01-277-0993, 01-277-1993, 01-277-2993, and 01-277-3993. This is Nigeria Info. We are listening.
This is Nigeria Info. I'm listening to you. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Stevie. I'm calling from Microcredit.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. When you read the first line, I was laughing. You can see it in my voice. Now, the 2020 we are talking about, is it not this year?
Yes.
We are still borrowing and borrowing. And we are saying we want to be one of among the largest economy in the world. I wonder how we are going to do that. For me, I think the government really need to sit down and look at various areas. For you to achieve such, you need to diversify the economy. And they've been talking about diversifying, and still no plan has been made to diversify the economy. And I think without diversification of the economy, there is nothing that we will do to achieve that goal.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good morning to you. What's your name?
Yeah, Wemimo, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Mr. Darlington.
Welcome, Darlington.
Yes. What Yaradua forgot to add when he was making his prophecy, he forgot to add that if Nigeria have good leaders with vision, that was the missing link. When he was saying that, he didn't reckon that after him, we are going to have this. He didn't. So, if you're a leader, you acted very well during your time, and another person came and rubbished it, then where are we? You mean that this leadership did not see that document on Vision 2020? Didn't they see? Didn't they see the projections? But everything was destroyed, and that is why we are where we are today. If they ask you now, Wemimo, which economic policy is Nigeria pursuing? Can you tell me?
Well, we have quite a number. If quite
a number.
We have quite a number. It appears that every administration.
We are now jack of all trades, master of none.
We have quite a number.
Well, quite a number. Which one is where is your strength in all this?
Good question.
And we are here. South Africa are collecting our best brain. People we rejected. You can imagine. So how will you achieve those things when your best brains are outside here? Almost half of the people that work with Jonathan, immediately they left office, all of them were taken away. The people that they dropped in the last administration here, have any gotten an appointment in Togo here? That's the difference.
Right.
So there is a limit to propaganda. If we don't do what we're supposed to do, we are wasting our time. We can speak all the grammar. It will not help us.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello,
Wemimo.
good morning.
Thank you for the privilege to speak. My name is Olumuyiwa.
I thank you for calling.
Now, one of the ambassadors, I think should be in UK, came to Nigeria and said, you Nigerian leaders, you know what to do. He didn't say more than that. In another word, most of the people we are calling our leaders, they know what to do, but they completely refuse to doing it. The same Okonjo Iweala, let me start from her. She was the one that said, we must pay our debt, we want to pay all our debt, and we went hunger, and we paid all debt. Under Jonathan, the same person went back and borrowed money. And now she said, most of the things that she signed came from the president. But as a minister, you became a minister to protect and to query all the expenses. But no. Now, in conclusion, I've discovered that most of our leaders, they are so good in theory. They can speak. It's just in theory. Good morning.
You are coming cracked up. What was that? Thank you very much for calling. Good morning.
Yeah, Wemimo, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Okay. Jonathan is my name.
Welcome, Jonathan.
Well, Wemimo, I think it's a good thing that personally, as a country, we still have a target that want to achieve. And I really appreciate you for reminiscing our minds back to when this target was set.
Thank you.
Now, for us to achieve that, first question I will ask, what megawatts are we operating right now? Which I know is nothing right now. As a people, I saw your tweet. At one of your tweets, I was reading it. You can see that we are still between 5,000 megawatts.
Yeah.
Shows that in that regard, we are not ready. Previous leadership, I don't know what the current one is also doing in that regard. We are not there. Now, GDP, which is gross domestic product. How are we performing in that? Previous leadership, as far as I'm concerned, that's my opinion. They did not do too well. I will appreciate this present leadership. And for the closure of the border and other things, I will appreciate them very well. You can see that since the closure of that border, right, that everybody has made a topical issue, the local right to have been eating for a very long time now. And even the poultry, local things are eating. And these are things that will make us have a... If we keep on importing 99% of what we use as a country, as a people, let's just know that we don't have economy. It's not about you or me or Buhari. Let's just know that we don't have an economy. We are just providing economic activity for other countries. And that's why you see that, you just said at this point that how much is being tied down in China. Most of what we use come from that part.
Mm-hmm.
And until the day and all of us realize that we need to start producing what we use and what we use. Even I want to even tell this person, they should take it to textile. They should take it to textile. I want them to take it to textile. As little as textile, they should take it to that level.
Right.
We should be producing what we eat and what we use. If we don't do that, we are nowhere.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you very much. Let me see who's here. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning, Madam Wemimo.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, sir.
What of Baba Rotimi?
Oh, he's left. He joined me on the front pages. He's left now.
Oh, mommy. I miss you so much.
Well, you want to tell me your name? Tell me your name.
All right, my name is Chooks.
All right, Chooks. Welcome to the show.
I'm calling from Yaba.
Welcome.
Okay. For my own, everybody wants to go heaven, but everybody is scared of coronavirus.
Wow.
Why are we scared? Because of money. Because money, Abi. Let me tell you, Wemimo.
Yes, sir.
As I am, I don't scared of a coronavirus. If that come today, I will go. Only my own is that why Nigeria is like this. Almost 4 years now, I'm listening to Nigerian info. Every time they are measuring billions of naira, this and this, that and this and this. Nothing is going on. Education sector is problem. Health sector is problem. Everywhere. Go to Yaba. Come to. I will make sure you one place in Methodist. Class Memorial Methodist Church in Yaba. Try to investigate there. Go to the clinic they have. They don't have equipment. They're not having this thing. So why I'm saying this is that this man, you are trying for us. I always listen to you in every morning. Listen.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What I'm saying is that all of us in Nigeria, everybody focusing money to make money. Everybody money. Nobody cares about each other. I will pray, let that coronavirus come deeply for Nigeria. Let everybody go.
No, I don't agree with you on that one. Coronavirus shouldn't, exactly the point you're trying to make is caring for other people. If you're asking for coronavirus to then wipe out everybody, where's the care? I'm asking you, before I go into the document, if you are on Facebook, you can see it here with me. It's an abridged version. I'm holding it up to the camera so you can see. It's the abridged version of Nigeria's Vision 2020. You can also download it online if you wish. This is a 30-page document. Okay, 29 pages. A summary of the plan which Nigeria came up with under the administration of late President Musa Yar'Adua in 2009. This is 2020. How far, Nigeria? Good morning.
Hello, Sonny.
Good morning.
Well, network. I just want to share this Mohammed speaking.
Welcome, Mohammed.
If you listen to what Professor Lumumba of Kenya said, that let's just imagine that everything that is being produced in this world, let's just go back to its place of production. Do we know we'll all be naked in Africa? Honestly. So I don't know, when your GDP is this low, you are not producing anything. You want to be one of the best economies in the world. Why is it reasonable? How do you want to sustain that? Now, they say let's put it this way, the whole of Nigeria is corrupt, the whole of the street is dirty. And Yoruba people say, let everybody start with the frontage of his own house. Then the streets will be clean. So I think we have, as Africans, because I look at statistics generally, the record of Africans that are illiterate in Africa, and if you compare it to Africans, Black Americans, that are still not going to school, it's almost the same thing. So I don't know, do we really have a problem? It's painful, my sister.
He's asking if we have a problem. Let's find out together on the show. Stay here. Thank you for calling, Mohammed. Okay. I can feel you. I feel you. And that's what the opening is about, is to feel you. 11 years ago, great idea to have a plan that by 2020, it was fancy then to say 2020. Oh, by 2020, Nigeria will be one of the best 20 economies in the world. 2020 was big deal. And hello, 2020 crept up on us. And here we are. Over a decade ago, Nigeria set the goal to become one of the top 20 economies in the world by this year, 2020. The Nigerian economy is one of the largest in Africa. And since the late 1960s, it has been based primarily on the petroleum industry. Remember, we talked about this on the front pages today. Now, price of crude oil is dropping for various issues. Crisis, Saudi Arabia, for many issues, for many reasons, the price is dropping. Our budget is benchmarked on the price of crude oil. We still rely heavily on crude oil. Now, resource extraction is the most important sector of the Nigerian economy. The most economically viable minerals include crude oil, natural gas, coal, tin, and a few others. Nigeria has always plays a major economic role in the world. The Nigerian economy is one of the most developed economies in Africa. Over the past 10 to 15 years, Nigeria has made significant progress in some economic sectors, notably in banking, in telecommunications, and in the airline industry. So it's not been all doom and gloom. Can Nigeria still become the leading economy in Africa before the end of this year? Well, remember the president, that's Muhammadu Buhari, recently directed the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning to draft a successor medium-term development plan. Okay, the Minister of Finance, that's Zainab Ahmed, had already hinted at the possibility of two new development plans. That's the medium-term economic growth acceleration. That will cover year 2021 to 2024. And a longer-term vision, 2040. So I see you're calling. The Vision 2020 was kind of broken into three parts, into three stages. So those who wrote this vision planned it out in three stages. And stage one was meant to build a solid foundation for Vision 2020. This should be from year 2008 to 2010. So this first stage of the framework, that's the NCV 2020, that is Nigeria's Vision 2020, was planned to, between that time, Nigeria was meant to take a review of all current strategy and all relating documents, including the president's 7-point agenda. Do you remember the 7-point agenda we had then? We've been having agendas. The needs to and all the relevant documents, and also to prepare a statement of national priorities. So we have a statement of national priorities that will form the core elements of the country's development plans and budgets during 2008 to 2010. The second stage is meant to achieve the MDGs en route 2020, and this was meant to be between 2011 and 2015. By the end of January 2008, the NSCV, that is the National Council on Vision 2020, we had a national council, if you remember, was meant to set up the national technical working groups, one in each of the key areas of national priority, all of this under the direction of the NSC. All right. Stage 3. Stage 3 is tagged becoming a top 20 economy by 2020. So we assumed that by 2008 and 2010, we would have set the framework. By 2011 to 2015, we'll get everything rolling, including fulfilling the MDGs, which we did not even get close to. And that by 2015 to 2020, come on, we'll be there. We'll be okay. All right. So let me help you and run you through. So I'm taking up this document now, and we'll take it in parts. Okay, we'll take it in parts so that you can tell me what you think about each one. Let me skip all of this. There's a part here that talks about the major contributors to the growth of the Nigerian economy. And it reads here, over the past decade, agriculture, wholesale and retail trade, telecommunications and manufacturing contributed most of the growth of Nigeria's economy. At present, this is when you read present, that means that was in 2009. Manufacturing's role as a key driver is limited, but has great potentials. I'll skip. And bring you here. All right, tada, here we go. There's a part I love. So, from section 2, let me take apart from section 1, where it talks about what will happen to the economy. This section is titled A Picture of the Desired Economy by 2020. This is what we pictured will happen by 2020. Under the Vision 2020, that is, manufacturing and services are expected to dominate the structure of national output. Underline, manufacturing and services are expected to dominate the structure of national output, while the gross national investment is expected to increase and the infrastructure base of production is expected to improve considerably. Income per capita should have risen to $4,000 from the current estimate of $1,230 as at 2008. So we plan that by 2020, manufacturing will dominate the structure of national output. Are you in the manufacturing sector? Do you know anything about manufacturing? Are we manufacturing more? Well, you can argue that since the border closure, we've begun to produce some more rice. What else are we producing? I don't need this to be all bad news. I need you to tell me what else is Nigeria producing. Is manufacturing now stepping up? Are we even close to manufacturing becoming a dominant factor in the structure of a national output? Tell me what you think.
Call us on 01-277-0993, 01-277-1993, 01-277-2993, and 01-277-3993. This is Nigeria Info. We are listening.
This is the Morning Crossfire. I'm Wemimo Adewuni. Vision 2020. Manufacturing. We're staying with manufacturing right now. Good morning.
Good morning, Wemimo.
Morning to you.
This is Mr. Vincent from Papa.
Welcome to the show.
You know what Mr. Leyada was seeing then? He was seeing from my own perspective, that succession is one of the biggest spark that will move Nigeria forward.
What's that again?
Succession. That is taking on back of governance.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your line. Can you call another line? I would like to hear you, but the line is breaking up. If you can, try again, please. Good morning.
Hello, Wemimo.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Remy.
Welcome, Remy. How are we doing in terms of manufacturing and services?
I believe we all know the fact, except we choose to live in denial. There was a particular factory Oshibajo went to commission a few years ago. I think 2 years ago, the factory had to close down. The factory worth of millions of dollars. They said they couldn't cope with the economy. How about other businesses? I own the business. I know what I'm going through now. I've seen businesses shutting down. People who are so quick to say, we are not eating our rice. Is rice the only thing we feed on? How about other kind of businesses? A lot of businesses have been affected daily. You guys shut down the what's it called? The border. How about the businesses in here? You guys are stifling with all kind of policies. So it's been hard, and it's getting harder. It's getting worse. If we want to be realistic enough, except we choose to live in this denial. You know, we are too positive, whereby we ignore facts. So the fact on ground now is we are far below the expectation.
Right. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Hello, this is Mr. Victor from Papa.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, you know, as I was saying before, what we heard was doing then was that we have a very big problem. Primary product of education, that is changing our back, changing our government.
Vincent, I can barely hear you. I mean,
allow me. Hello.
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't want you to waste your airtime without passing your point across. But let's try it again.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
I said what Mr. Yada was doing then was changing our backing of government. That is why now the stability is not there. Then immediately he took over the matter. He said you remember he inaugurated the Justice Wise Commission to look into electioneering. Because the problem is this heavy impunity every year is just because there is no serious scrutiny of bringing in governance. Every big Okechukwu Mohammed will just come into government and try to lead. And in fact, we are being led by the worst of us. So
Justice White report now brought out that bringing in the electoral empire of the INEC should go through the judiciary legislature, and then the president himself will now assign the portfolio to the person. So now you can see all the people then, even Mr. Jonathan that took over for him, he was being diplomatic. He just went into that committee and brought out Mr. Jega. And when we are all talking about Mr. Jega, some level of thought said Mr. Jega is from the Human Rights Committee. So we will now allow him. We can see some little improvement. But fast forward now, bringing in Mr. Yakubu, he has taken us back to over 90 years. So now we have to deal with the primary issue. And the primary issue is this. How would any investor come into Nigeria, or you are in Nigeria, and have we Nigerians, we don't even have the spirit of nationhood yet, not to come up more of shifting Nigeria forward. So the problem now is we are decreasing instead of moving forward. And unless we come down to that succession plan, Nigeria is heading nowhere. In fact, we are just going to, you can see this moment everywhere. There is crack, every crack. And the cracks are continuing to expand.
All right, Vincent. Thank you very much. I'm glad I'm able to listen to you. I'd like to stay with manufacturing right now. 2 more calls before I head out on a break. How well are we doing in terms of manufacturing? The goal of this vision was to say that manufacturing would drive a major part of our revenue. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Hi.
Hi. Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Bruno Fele. I'm calling from PI.
Welcome to the show. How are we doing in terms of manufacturing?
Yeah, I've been following the program. I'm a first-time caller, and I'm just thinking it would have been easier to answer the question if it is phrased this way. How backward have we gone in 2011?
Wow.
Then I will have some answers. But how forward, I don't think we'll move forward.
Wow.
It's going to change, yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, just my comment.
Wow. Thank you very much. Brief. Okay. Another call. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the show. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Mike calling from Ikeja.
Welcome, Mike.
Manufacturing and services. Sorry, when you say services, are you talking of other services or ancillary services in manufacturing?
Other services, manufacturing, and other services.
And other services.
Mm-hmm.
I think in services we've done pretty well.
Because, I think so.
Yeah, because if you look at the cashless environment now, it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at which one? Other services, Nigeria is really, really moving up. It's just that people need to be objective, and let's put politics aside.
Yeah.
Yeah, services, I think we are cool. Manufacturing, we are not there because, let's put it this way, we are not there in manufacturing. Now, I would like to correct 1 or 2 impressions. Everybody keep on saying that investors are running away. Who told the investors are running away? I'm privileged to know that for a project of over 100 billion naira, nothing less than 5 investors from America are running, traveling to get it in Nigeria. What investment, what proposal have you put on the floor that we attract investment? Nigerians are not looking at that. Now, we keep on saying Nigerian economy is bad, is this, is... I'm an economist. Nigerian economy is this, is bad, is that. Compare it. I've been in Ghana. I was in Ghana for 3 years. I was in Togo for 2 years. My brother, my sister, please, don't compare. Just don't compare. Don't go there. See the so-called South Africa. Let Nigeria cough, they start begging. So what are you talking about?
Thank you very much. I need to go out on a break now. I appreciate that you are objective.
I'll call back.
All right, thank you very much. Objectivity, okay? Let's put it on the table. Let's appraise how well we've done and how badly we've done. Nigeria overtook South Africa. Okay, don't forget that. That was just across the news last week. And we're now the biggest economy in Africa. We overtook South Africa, which is now second place. So let's talk about that some more after the break. I'll be switching this a bit. Remember, we have a lot to run through. So quick. We're going to move through it. The next part, we'll be looking at another part of the plan, which is to grow revenue generation by states and local governments. Is your state and your local government generating enough revenue? Tell me that after the break. This is the Morning Crossfire. I'm Wemimo Adewuni. We're back after this talking Vision 2020. Don't go away. And we're back as the Morning Crossfire. I told you it's going to be a quick break, and that's it. We're live on Facebook right now and YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. I'm Wemimo Adewuni. Nigeria's Vision 2020. I gave you a summary of it at the opening of the show. The idea is for Nigeria to be one of the best 20 economies by the year 2020. And like I said, we're having a frank appraisal of how we have come. How far have we come with the plan? And we're looking at the abridged version of the Vision 2020, which I have before me, and I'll be running you through it. Again, a summary of the vision. By 2020, Nigeria will be one of the 20 largest economies in the world, able to consolidate its leadership role in Africa and establish itself as a significant player in the global economic and political arena. Has Nigeria consolidated itself as a leadership in its leadership role in Africa? Have we established ourselves as a significant player in the global space in terms of economics and politics? Are we one of the 20 largest economies in the world? Well, that's a show. We talked about manufacturing. I can't stay too long on each one. Remember, it's a full document, and this is a summary. So let's move it on. Critical policy priorities. One of the priorities here, which is to correct the weakness of our revenue allocation system, which relies heavily on revenue from crude oil, is to try to reverse this by encouraging greater internal revenue generation efforts by the states and local government. Okay? Revenue generation by the state and local government. So, states and local government, your appraisal, are they generating enough revenue to drive development in those areas by? Can the local government take care of the people under it? Can the states take care of its citizens? How far have we come? Again, here are the numbers.
Call us on 01-277-0993, 01-277-1993, 01-277-2993, and 01-277-3993. This is Nigeria Info. We are listening.
We are listening. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning. Lady Cruz talking.
Welcome, Olaide.
Yeah, you see, this Nigerian matter, they tell me sometimes. Yeah? Let's look at it this way. Let's look at it from only the political angle. How is these people getting into power? Let's stay with the vision, with the plan.
Yeah, I know. So now let's talk about states and local government revenue generation right now.
Okay, now since local government have been collecting their revenue directly from federal government, what have they done with it? The street road is bad. There's education. Go to all these schools, primary schools and secondary schools under each local government and see how they look like. And now we will say, how would they learn? How will students learn? Look at the whole society. People are suffering. Okay, now the way I'm going exactly is that the reason why this Vision 2020 is nothing to talk about this time around is because of the politics. People are getting into political position in a wrong way. People that know nothing about government, they are in position. And if people that have the experience are saying, this is how to do it, they will say, no, don't tell us. Now, because they know that social media is vibrating, look at what they are doing now. They are making a move to even shut down people from talking. So how do you work on that? The Vision 2020 is in their pocket.
Thank you, Olaide. I'll try to keep it brief, so we can run through this document in time. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Bible.
Welcome to the show. Please keep it brief, okay?
Yeah, my name is Wale.
Welcome, Wale.
Yeah, I want to talk on manufacturing.
We just moved away from manufacturing to revenue generation. Otherwise, we're going to stay just with one part.
Okay, revenue generation.
State and local government revenue generation.
Oh, okay. I think on that, I think the states are just strangling the local government, and because of politics. Maybe that's why we are not where we should be. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, just to help you, let me run you through the functions of the local government under the Nigerian Constitution. Number one is economic recommendations to the state. So the local government is meant to be making recommendations to the state. Collection of taxes and fees. Establishment and maintenance of cemeteries, burial grounds, homes for destitute or infirm. Licensing of bicycles, trucks, other than mechanically propelled trucks, canoes, wheelbarrows, and carts. Establishment, maintenance, and regulation of markets, motor parks, and public conveniences. Construction and maintenance of roads, streets, drains, and other public highways, parks, and open spaces. Naming of roads and streets and numbering of houses. Provision and maintenance of public transportation and refuse disposal. Registration of birth, death, and marriages. Assessment of privately owned houses or tenements for the purpose of levying such as may be prescribed by the House of Assembly of a state. Control and regulation of outdoor advertising, movement and keeping of pets of all descriptions, shops, kiosks, restaurants, and other places for sale of food to the public and laundries. Okay, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the show. What's your name?
My name is Husseini.
Your name is?
Husseini.
Husseini?
Yeah, that's my name.
All right, welcome, Husseini.
I'm calling from Ijebu.
Welcome.
Yeah, the states and the local government, they are doing virtually nothing. The states and the local government are still the same thing. The roads are bad. People are not enjoying anything. Even the ones that come from the federal, the state are still cutting them. So what are we talking about here? Everything has been privatized. So we are just where we are.
With this, we are where we are. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Wemimo.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you see, we are all involved in this issue. When it comes to generating revenue, you have to first of all talk about economic activities. What is the level of our economic activities in the country? Most of the time, people are looking at the oil-producing state. We don't look at what we can do as alternative to those producing oil. But most of the time, because everybody goes to Abuja and collects money, so nobody is thinking outside the box. So it's a big time challenge for us. You know, in this part of the world, we are not used to paying tax. We are never.
But arguably, at the local government level, people are being taxed. I mean, shops, people pay taxes. You have local government officials come up, collect monies from you regularly. Aren't they paying tax?
You are right. I've been paying. For instance, I have a tax for the past a truck for the past 3 years. I've been paying to local government. Sometimes 15,000, sometimes 20,000. But most of the time, the issue of accountability is a big issue for us. We are not paying enough, but at the same time, the little that is being paid is not being accounted for.
That's right. All right. Thank you.
You.
Thank you very much. Let me move this up. Like I told you, it's a big document, so we have to pace it up. Okay, let's talk about Section 2, improving the well-being and productivity of Nigerians. That's you. The main goal of Nigeria's Vision 2020 is to improve the well-being of Nigerians. Okay, in this direction, the vision aims to reduce the problems of hunger, poverty, poor health care. Are you following? Inadequate housing, low quality human capital, gender imbalance, low productivity, and poor basic facilities, all by 2020. The Nigeria Vision 2020 will reduce poverty through the design and implementation of people-centered poverty alleviation programs and policies. Okay, so it will guarantee food security. We're going to break it down. This Section 2 talks about improving the well-being and productivity of Nigerians in terms of hunger, poverty, poor health care, inadequate housing, low quality human capital, gender imbalance. I'll take that one separately. Low productivity and poor basic facilities, all by 2020. Okay, so let's talk about food security and all. I praise. How far have we gone? Good morning. Hello, Victor. Oh, I can't hear you. I'm sorry about that. Good morning.
Hello, morning.
Welcome to the show.
My name is Wale.
Wale, how are we doing in terms of hunger, poverty, and food security, healthcare?
we are living, we have a very high cost of living. So obviously, we're being zero. Is zero. And the past being, the past one, the immediate section we just discussed, that one, we are doing very good there because the government is generating this money, but misusing the money. Last week, he said something about that's not giving a target of 1.6 billion. I was trying to call in and tell you that if you don't park in your compound, they will arrest you. Because they are generating, these monies are coming in heavily, but using the money, no. So that's why our feeding is zero, housing is zero, because we can't afford all these things. They are being elaborate, but yet they are milking us day in, day out. So on that, I say we're on zero. Inverse with the aspect of what's it called, and revenue generation. They are generated at state and local government level. However, utilizing it is zero. Thanks.
Thank you for calling. Friday is standing by. Good morning, Friday.
Yeah, good morning, my sister.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, the fact is that we are generating money, but it's going to individual pocket. You go to the bus stop, you see those boys selling gala and pure water. They are paying money. But there is no ticket for it. How can you account for such money? People that sell along the road, they sell fufu, fufu, pomo, crayfish, and the rest. They are paying money on a daily basis. You see in one spot, go to Yanoba there, you see on one spot, they will use like 3-4 people there a day on daily basis. One will sell early morning from 5 to 7. Another person will come and take over from 7 to 10.
So they are paying.
They are paying. That's what I'm telling you. On one particular spot, they will collect more than 1,500 to 2,000 a day. But there is no ticket for it.
Now, Friday, tell me about problems of hunger, poverty, poor health care, inadequate housing. How much of this have we solved?
See, we are just, if we say we are moving forward, we are deceiving ourselves. Because hunger is still on the eye in the land. Then if you talk of house care, see, if you people live in the island, come to the mainland, you will see what is going on. You see people, you see wastewater running on the street in front of another person, and you dare not talk. If you dare go and report to the council, they will still name you. Then you become an enemy to the street. That is just the problem. The best thing, we are just praying that God will elevate us to come and take us from this where we are to where you people are there. We are praying for it.
Thank you, Friday. Let me make this just fair by reading some comments online because there are loads of them. Mazi CEO Kereke on Facebook says Wemimo millennials want to know that there was also a Vision 2000. Yes, now. There was a Vision 2000 before Yaradua's 2020. We keep shifting the goalposts for when the miraculous leaders will emerge. With this type of leaders we produce, no vision can be attained. Michael Humble, good morning, Nigeria Info. God bless you. Thank you. Abuchi Peters, Vision 2020 has become the scam of the century in the face of Nigerians. Nothing to show for it. It says it's joining us from Port Harcourt. Thank you. Actually, the Vision 2020 has been achieved before now. Out of 20 richest politicians... Out of 20 richest politicians in the world, there will be 5 Nigerian politicians making the list. After all, our government officials get much more pay than even the American president. It's not a vision for Nigeria as a country, but a vision for the politicians. Still staying with Facebook, Adewale Temitokpa says the reason Nigeria could not achieve the Vision 2020 is because our institutions are being driven by mediocre and unpatriotic fellows. With strong institutions and dedicated citizens, Nigeria will be able to achieve much. At Kade Samuel, quite unfortunate, we haven't really told ourselves the absolute truth. We have spent a colossal amount of money on infrastructure without any significant improvement. I'm summarizing your tweet. Says on revenue generation, quite unfortunate. Very few states in Nigeria can really manage themselves. Nigeria herself is a mono economy. Talk less of most states that can't even sustain themselves. I'll go to Twitter, where we're coming from Joy Forever. Manufacturing is like 10%. All companies run on diesel, making overhead costs unbearable. Revenue generated find their ways to private pockets and area boys. Border closure is biting hard. Is it only rice we'll eat? Right. Okay, let me go to WhatsApp. 2020 vision was dead on arrival. JEG administration gave up on the mission, and the focus is on how to win elections. The general from Bariga. Okay. 11 years down the line, no single item on the Vision 2020 as proposed by Umaru Musa, the former president, has been achieved. My question is, which economic policy is Nigeria pursuing? Nigeria as a country is like a ship moving in a directionless direction. Wow. Akem from Obudu in Cross River State. Thank you for joining in. Igwe Victor, the only thing we have succeeded in doing as a country in the Vision 2020 is the highest level of borrowing. You can see it's in 2020 we have mortgaged the future of our children. The external debt has hit $44 trillion. How do we repay? John Ogbonaya from Okota on WhatsApp. The 2020 Nigeria wants to become, please, we should put together and go to the root and stabilize it first. The roots are leadership and ordinary citizens. Gosh. I'm trying to keep up. Mujib on WhatsApp says the Vision 2020 policy would have taken us to the promised land if the immediate government after Yaradua had made so much from oil proceeds and didn't build infrastructure, borrowing money to pay salaries. They didn't use the money realized from oil price to diversify the economy. Good morning, Wemimo. Nigeria can plan but never implement. We're giants of Africa due to population only. We seem to be good starters but not good finishers. You didn't tell me your name. Dami from Ijebu-Ode. Good morning, Wemimo. How are you doing? Thank you. I'm fine. Another thing that Nigeria is producing is hardship and debt. Wow. Good morning, Wemimo. Manufacturing will really help us and provide good jobs for Nigerians. I worked in Benin in a steel company owned by Chinese. We work 12 hours every day and it's 2 shifts, over 500 staff. What the company is generating could solve the whole state issue if owned by government. Nigeria should be ashamed of themselves. Each time you compare Nigeria, I feel beaten. South Africa of 1990s, Wemimo, don't fall for that, please. Servicing, thriving. I laugh because of casualization. Don't worry. We're talking casualization tomorrow on the show. Okay, let me stop it here. Oh, my goodness. Eze has been on the line for a while from Ijebu-Ode.
Oh, you forgot me.
No, I did not. I needed to read some comments. I'm so sorry. Thank you for holding the line.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You see, where this place I live now, Let me tell you a story what I see one day in one of these Chinese companies. I read here, I saw the Oyibo working with all their body covered. Protect their nose, their mouth, everywhere was covered. But Nigeria is working there. Nothing for them. They are just working on that dust without nothing covering themselves. I just look at the man and I call one of the Oyibo and ask him, why did you cover your face and the Nigerians are not covering anywhere? He said they give them, then throw it away. And you are talking that our government care for us. They care for us. Our people are dying innocently.
Eze, I need you to join the show tomorrow morning because I'll be talking casualization.
The short and simple something there is that go to the hospital and see what people are seeing there. Nobody take care of any Nigerians. But if Oyibo man go there, they will rush him to the better doctor that will take care of him. Then why the citizens of Nigeria are dying for nothing? And you say they are taking care of us. What are they doing for us? No, nothing. Oh, I don't want to be provoked this morning, but let us continue like this. God is watching us.
You sound like someone.
Something will happen one day that will avenge the problem that this government is causing for Nigerians. God is with us. And we must surely overcome in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you, Eze. Let me bring in Zeal on this prayerful note. Zeal, we need to pray, right? We need to pray.
Well, that's what we do best, isn't it?
Well, maybe that one thing, although it's not in the Vision 2020, that we pray more. But
maybe that's why we can't see anything.
We seem to have achieved it. So you came in right when I was talking about this part of the Vision that talks about, and this is actually the main goal of the Vision 2020, which is to improve the well-being of Nigerians in terms of reducing the problems of hunger, poverty, poor healthcare, inadequate housing, low quality human capital, gender imbalance, low productivity, and poor basic facilities by 2020, which is this year.
We've postponed 2020 now, don't you know? We've postponed 2020.
You don't just come joking around here with me.
Well, yeah. having a vision is a great thing.
Uh-huh.
It's not just a great thing, it's absolutely crucial. So whatever visions we had in the past, we needed to have.
Yeah.
It's like trying to build something and you don't have an architect's drawing. Issue I have with the visions we've done, after the architect gives us the drawing, then the work starts.
Right.
You don't go to sleep and say, I have a drawing.
You won't turn around for your camera? I'm watching you here.
And then
there goes his fine face.
In maybe they say, look, this building will take 2 years to construct. Here's the drawing. And we say, oh, great, I'll have a building in 2 years. And then you go to sleep for 2 years and you wake up in 2 years and say, why don't I have a building?
Yeah.
That's what we do. So we've crafted this vision. We do not know whether it will work or not until we start executing the things that make the vision possible. So to reduce poverty, what did we do between I think that was done in 2008.
Yeah.
But like a caller said, we had the Vision 2000. We've had housing for all by the year 2000, water for all by the year 2000. We had all of those things right from IBB's time, at least the ones I consciously remember. But we've not put in the work. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. So once you craft a vision, you can actually determine whether or not you'll achieve the vision because there should be milestones.
Mm.
If we crafted the vision 12 years ago, we should have said, okay, in 2 years you'll see this, in 4 years you'll see this, in 8 years you'll see this. But in all of that, none of those milestones, if there were any, were ever met.
Well, focusing on quality and affordable healthcare, this vision says that by 2020, Nigeria, across the 774 local government areas, will have at least one general hospital. Stop. With each hospital having specialists in surgery, pediatrics, medicine, obstetrics and gynecology. There'll be teaching hospitals, federal medical centers, specialists and general hospitals in each local government.
Great. I love that. So let's take that because I'm a numbers person.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have a plan to have one general hospital in 774 local governments, that's an amazing thing. We need it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we need to have all these specialists. The question is very simple. How many nurses, how many doctors, how many specialists do we need in each local government?
Right.
You work it backwards. How many people need to graduate from these departments every year to attain this specialism that you're looking for?
To fill these slots.
To fill the slot in 12 years. You calculate that backwards. And then you check how many people are we admitting? What is the quality of the lecturer or the school, the educational system? Because whatever professionalism you're looking for is an output of your educational system.
Right.
So you go back and say, do we have the input into secondary schools, into universities, into medical schools to give us this output?
Right.
If the answer is no, then you can never attain that vision without having the educational sector sorted.
Bam. Let me
Did
speak
we
with
do
Jonathan.
that? No.
I don't think so. He's been holding the line for a while from Agbara. Jonathan, thank you for being there. Hello, Jonathan. Oh. And he's been on the line for quite a while. Good morning.
Hello, Wemimo. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, Happy New Week.
Right. Is that a greeting now?
Yeah, I say Happy New Week.
Happy New Week to you too.
Yes, my name is Jonah. I'm calling from Ibuefo.
Welcome, Jonah.
Yeah, what a wonderful topic. Seriously, my sister, Nigeria, we are not going anywhere. There's nothing
I want you to tell me about housing, okay? Housing. How affordable is housing now?
Housing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean housing, renting or what?
Yes, how affordable is housing in Nigeria right now? Is it accessible, affordable?
My sister, is too high, because especially like my own now. Every year, the house payment is increasing, and there's nothing has been changed in the house. And every year, the house is increasing. So, seriously, I don't just understand. Our housing fare is too high. It's very, very high, man.
It says it's too high. Zil, before I head out on a break, there's also something here about improving access to microcredit.
Yes.
The Vision 2020 will simplify access to credit for national development. It will also bring about improvement in technology with focus on modern banking methods that would increase branch, regional, and international spread. I think we tried here.
On that, I mean,
I think we tried.
On that, I would say yes. We didn't do it. We didn't do as much as we could have. Everything we achieved in that line was private sector led.
Yeah.
But what the federal government could have and should do that would make this a lot easier is citizen responsibility move, i.e., identify each other, which is what the national identification number does. But we haven't done that extensively enough. And then add to that something like a collateral registry. So those are the things that will approve credit. Though we've not done that. All we've done is what the banking sector has led. Federal government's involvement in that is, if they had added, it's like the banking sector set something on fire and we just need the government to add some kerosene, for it to blow up. They haven't done that.
But we can tick and say we haven't done badly here.
We can say
modern
we're working
banking
on that.
methods.
Definitely.
Modern banking
no
methods.
doubt about that.
We've done well. Addressing the issues of persons living with disability. Reviewing the educational system for people living with disability.
I don't see anything that's been done at all. We have passed some law that says you must employ 2% of those living with disability. However, passing the law is not enough. Have you created the system that makes that 2% employable? Because
talking about employability, and that's coming up after the break. There is a plan here for acquiring education and skills, and it talks about the standard of education then being affected by competitiveness of Nigerian graduates in the national and global labor market. So the idea is to review the curriculum in schools and make it more labor market focused. Let's talk about that when we come back from the break. The phone lines are just off the hook. This is Nigeria Info. This is the Morning Crossfire. We're looking at Vision 2020, which Nigeria created in 2009. How far have we come? I'm Wemimo Adewuni. We're back after this.
sports station. This is the Morning Crossfire with Wemimo and Sheriff.
You are welcome back, 99.3 Nigeria Info, and we're appraising Nigeria's Vision 2020. How far have we come? How well have we done? I have a 29-page abridged version of the vision, and we're looking through. We can't do everything. We can't.
Why
but
not?
Time.
Oh, we can't cover the whole
No,
thing.
we can't cover the whole
I thought
thing.
we couldn't do everything on the plan.
Yeah, we could. Okay, so Zila Akaraiwe is here with me, and we're looking at this together. Let's move this up to. We're talking about education, the quality of education before the break. The idea is to make the curriculum in schools more relevant to the needs of the labor market, and emphasis will be on ICT diffusion and targeted skills development.
Yeah, that is I mean, it's a great plan, but that's like stating the obvious. It's what is expected of an educational system.
Is that what we have right now?
I'm not aware we have anything close to that.
Please tell me about your children in school. What are they learning now? Are they learning skills that make them 2020 relevant?
No. 2020 we should be talking.
We should be projecting.
Exactly.
We should be projecting because the word is not waiting for us.
Exactly.
Actually. So let me give you the phone numbers again. Let's talk education. What are your kids learning in school? What are you learning in school? Do you believe it's relevant for the times we're in?
Call us on 01-277-0993, 01-277-1993, 01-277-2993, and 01-277-3993. This is Nigeria Info. We are listening.
This is Nigeria Info. We're listening. Let me head to WhatsApp again. I'm trying to find some balance. Aurora from Ayobo. Unfortunately, Buhari has his own vision, different from that of Yar'Adua, which is what we're seeing now. Is that a bad idea, Zil?
It does not
economic
matter who has
recovery
the idea.
Growth plan.
Yes, but
isn't that what we have now?
What we need is more than a plan. We need to start executing. Every government that comes in comes with a plan.
Isn't that a problem?
That we don't have. We don't have continuity of plans. So we don't have. There's not this. I've read a bit of this abridged version, and there's nothing there that we should not be implementing aggressively. We don't need
Is the
plans.
economic recovery growth plan a better plan than this? I know that focuses mostly on the economy.
It's a different plan, and there's nothing that says all these plans shouldn't be executed concurrently. There's nothing that says that. But this Vision 2020 is more holistic about it's about improving the quality of life of Nigerians.
Mm-hmm.
The economic growth plan should lead to that, but it's more about making the economy stronger.
Yeah, which is just one tiny aspect of the whole thing.
Exactly. It's one small, it's a major aspect, but it's one aspect.
Yeah, it is a major because it will drive a lot of
But
this.
again, it's a plan. We need to start looking at execution.
Definitely, we're going to move this forward. There are talks that the Minister of Finance already suggested that we're looking now at its Vision 2040.
And we tend to have these plans and visions that outlive the visionaries, which is necessary. But there isn't a plan to execute. So I could sit here and tell, look, in the next 100 years, I want Nigeria to be XYZ. That's fine. Anybody can visualize that. But what are the steps and the concrete execution steps that would say, here are the milestones?
So each government cannot determine who would succeed them. In
the time frame that they are projecting, it's not possible.
But what I'm thinking about is it possible to have a situation where if I visualize this and it's a fantastic idea, I mean, we bring economies together, it's good for the country. Can we legislate to make it compulsory for whoever comes into office to then follow the plan?
You see, there are two things that I keep joking about. One, you can't legislate what we call common sense. You can't legislate that everybody must have sense.
Harsh.
You can't. Number two, it doesn't make sense legislating that people should do their jobs.
But if they're not doing it, maybe we have to legislate.
No, you can't. They're not doing it, not because of a lack of
legislation. That's like saying I'll legislate you for you to come to work so that the work I'm paying you for.
Do you understand? Yeah, we have ministers. We have people that we've employed in the civil service. This is their day-to-day job.
Civil service. There's something civil service somewhere here.
Yes, this is their day-to-day job. If they're not doing their jobs, I'm not one of those that say if they're not doing their jobs, fire them. But after years of decadence, if they're not doing their jobs, there's a reason they're not doing their jobs. So why are they not doing their jobs? How can we make them do their jobs? I assure you, the roads that we legislate are one way. Nobody obeys those laws. So that legislating doesn't solve all problems.
Let me speak with Sheung from Apapa. He's been on the line for a while. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Sheung Sani.
Sheung, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. You see, you guys have been talking about Vision 2020. Meanwhile, this vision died the very day the late President Umar Yar'Adua died. Unfortunately, Nigeria happens to be a lucky country according to some thoughts, but I disagree with that school of thought because that man was seriously getting it right. He was doing a very good job. He was doing a fantastic job before his death. And one problem with Nigeria is the issue of continuity. We don't continue with projects. When this man died, the next government that came on board set up a different agenda. Had to reshuffle the cabinet.
But the next like government, which you mentioned, Goodluck Jonathan was a vice president, so he was there when this vision was formulated. So
remember, you're just trying to be something. You're trying
I don't
to
know
be
what you mean.
We all know it. It's just like a different government coming on board entirely. That's the issue of continuity I was talking about. Then there were some loyalists to the vice president who happened to shift stance and decided to change the whole ball game. The vision even happened to be jettisoned at the point in time. And one good point you need to know is that Maria Radua had the other, your guest in the house was talking about structures to meet up with this vision. We also, what Radua did, he set up some structures to meet up with he brought in technocrats to manage our agencies and our respective ministries.
Don't we have technocrats anymore?
No, you
really do think so?
Yes, the same psychophancy and the same nepotism we've been crying about. People that are related to government take the chunk of lofty positions.
Zeal does not agree with you. Zeal, don't we have technocrats?
No. We have technocrats, but they are microscopic few. You see people that don't know about an agency or anything. I don't want to mention names because
feel free to mention names. That's why they're public servants.
Okay, thank you very much. Talk of the new Nimasa DG now. What does he call? What qualifies him to be a DG in Nimasa? He's just a relative to the president.
Okay, so sorry. What you're saying is that we don't have the right technocrats in the right roles. That's a selection issue.
That's what.
But for the example that you raised, arguably he has been in the master for years. He wasn't just plucked from somewhere and put there.
Yes,
aside being a relative to the president.
But when you talk of the most competent people, you won't bring him among the top notch. He knows it himself. They know it themselves. He won't be among the top notch, even in the Massa. He wasn't among the top notch. But once the president became the president, his relative has become, the man became, he was elevated to the highest level just because he's related.
All right, Shehu, let me stay there and speak with Abdul, who's been on the line from Ikeja. Welcome to the show.
Hello, yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, well, my contribution this morning is that we can continue to have vision upon vision, but without commitment, nothing will happen. Vision 2000 was all over the radio, all over the TV with National Orientation Agency. But what happened? It's just a vision. There is no commitment. And I continue to say, if we don't reform the civil service in this country, nothing will change. When you reform the civil service, things can work like almost on autopilot. There are things that are basics that are supposed to work. Healthcare, the way it's supposed to work, the ministry, the way they're supposed to work, how the document move from one table to the other. They are supposed to be like on autopilot.
Right.
But when the civil service is not working, nothing will work. A politician will come into office, he will still manage.
But you know that there is provision for this under this Vision 2020. Do you mind if I tell you what it is? This part of the vision, let me read it to you. It says that the vision will create a world-class, professional, incorruptible public service that emphasizes value for money, excellence, discipline, integrity, transparency, and loyalty.
Wemimo, that is just document. There was no follow-up. We have the best. If you want any kind of best planning in the world, Nigerians will give it to you. But the problem is implementation. And for the implementation of things to work in the government is the civil service. Politicians don't know how to steal. The civil service taught them how to steal. To show them you can steal here, you can steal here. All you need to do
I'm not
is
sure. I agree with you on that one.
No.
You are saying that the people in the civil service teach the politicians how to steal. If you have a boss who doesn't want to steal, do your subordinates teach you how to steal?
when you bring it out and you want to steal, and you know that you'll be exposed.
But he's the boss there.
He's the boss.
Zil agrees with you on this one. Thank you, Abdul. Zil?
Well, the same way I also say that a lot of things that go wrong with financial corruption, the banks are involved. Because all this corruption and stealing comes through contracts. Those contracts go through the ministries, which is the civil service.
Mm-hmm.
So the way the money has to come out from somewhere.
But if I'm a boss in a ministry and I put on my feet and say, no corruption under me, and you're saying they will teach me forcibly to do it?
If you put down your feet like that. Not very many do that. In fact, very, very few do that. That's the issue. But when you come into an office for the first time, you have no idea how it works. So if you tend to be corrupt-minded...
Why don't you have an idea how it works?
Because a lot of ministers that we appoint are not from within the ministry. The PAMSECs are civil servants. The ministers are not.
Yeah.
So if a minister comes in, the civil servant in charge of that ministry is the permanent secretary, the PAMSEC.
Yes.
The PAMSEC knows how everything works.
Right.
So if the minister is inclined in a certain way, it is the PAMSEC that will guide him on how to execute his plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's what when people say that. So if the minister says, look, we're not doing any of this rubbish anymore, and the PAMSEC tries to influence him, the minister can't fire the PAMSEC. Again, that's another issue. Yeah, so there's a lot of that structure. And
you want to be careful how you play around there. Exactly. Under this, you also have issues of merit. Under the public service institutions, it says here, merit will be adopted as a cardinal policy for recruitment and promotion in the public service.
Absolute bumcom. In Nigeria, we have legislate. What's the opposite of merit?
Dismerit.
In Nigeria, we have legislated quota.
Yeah, right. We talk quota system.
Once you talk a quota system, it means you have no regard for merit. Because what they're saying is, you, Wemimo, if you scored 99, but you're not from the place that it is your turn, and Zeal is from the place that it is their turn,
and Zeal
scored 29, then Zeal gets the job. Then it means once you put credit and quota and cashment areas and all that, what you have done is that you've thrown away merit. And that is the first thing. If we want merit, we need to toss out the quota system.
That's a heavy one. Chibo says, Lekki, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show. Merit, that's where we are now. Is there merit in recruitment into public institutions?
You see, what I don't like is when you people take the words away from my mouth, because that was actually where I was going to hit.
Well.
And I don't know who gave you that inspiration. You could just took it away from me. Let me tell you guys.
It's in the document. It wasn't, it's right. The document is right here in my hands.
Can imagine.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, there is the point everybody keeps on dodging from Nigeria. That point will keep on recurring, reverberating, coming back to Nigeria even in the next 20, 30 years, even in the next 100 years. And what is that thing? Religious and ethnic bias. Anytime your person from this region is in power, everything becomes relaxed. And then we are doing well because power is in our hands. Once it shifts to another area, and then that problem comes even in the same thing. You know, there's something I don't want to say, but I'm going to say it even if I'm on air. If you divide Nigeria today according to ethnic orientations, every brain will reset. Regions will see how poor they are.
You think so? Unfortunately, I don't agree with you. Take a case in hand. Sudan is right here behind you. You can see South Sudan and Sudan. The splitting didn't make them have the sense you're talking about.
Do you know why? Because they have some of them have reason not to reason the way it should be.
And you somehow think that in our own case, it will be different. Everybody will reason appropriately.
That's what I'm telling you. Because as you are talking about it now, there are some people who think that our job is with the federal government. Whatever thing we do is with federal government. They can't lift their arms to do any other thing. They can't even think on how to create a pencil, a matches. They can't even think.
Okay, maybe you're better talking about restructuring and allowing states to generate revenue.
Some people are still against the restructuring. Whatever thing you say, because they think that it will not favor them. It will take the feeding bottle away from them. So that is just what it is.
Thank you, Chibweze. Zil, like we said, we can't jump through this all today. But let's talk about improving power supply. It's in the vision. Let me read it to you. The strategic objective is to ensure that the power sector is able to efficiently deliver sustainable, adequate, qualitative, let me leave all the adjectives. We're supposed to generate electricity in the range of about 35,000 megawatts, which is even a poor plan, I think, for population growth. That would 35,000 megawatts by 2020. The target is to grow installed power generation capacity from 6,000 megawatts in 2009 to 20,000 megawatts by 2015 and 35,000 megawatts by 2020.
We need.
We're doing 5,000.
Are we 5,000?
Oh, no, we're not.
We
estimated capacity for, I think, about 10, 12,000.
I don't think as a nation we take power seriously. And my view on this is highly controversial, and I'll run through it very quickly. I think there are three different problems in the power sector as it affects consumers. Mm-hmm. So there is a power problem, there is a cost of power problem, and there is a source of power problem. Right. But we encapsulate everything as a power problem. It's not the same. Zeal, personally, I don't have a power problem. I have power 24 hours a day, and my backup is NEPA. If I don't have PSN, I run my generator. I can do that. So I don't have a power problem. I have power whenever I want it. I have a cost of power problem. I don't have the cost at which I generate power. So these problems need to be separated. And then we need to understand that if we do not generate enough power, at least to start with creating what we had in the 70s and the 80s, industrialized areas where you have independent power plants that, you know, for example, we had in Ilukbeju, we had in some areas where no matter what happens in those areas, those are industries, they have power because that is what stimulates the economy. Power is not about having power to watch TV and charge your phone. It's about industry.
How many of those IPPs do we have right now?
I know
and
about
how
IPP
much are they
in
driving?
Lekki. I know the IPP I'm sure about that works is the one in Lekki and the one in Marina, because I live around here, so I know those ones work. But that is good for consumption, but for what drives an economy, you need the industries to have low cost, uninterrupted, high quality power. I've not seen our plan to do that.
I saw a tweet shared by someone on Twitter, I'm sure you might have seen it, about a video of the Minister of Power talking about he's just submitted a proposal. Don't look at me like that. For okay, let me go to the phone. This is our satellite town. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
You need to put off your radio quickly. Can you do that?
Now, what I'm trying to say is this concerning the vision. The vision, who saw the vision was the former president, Yar'Adua. Yeah, he is a true Nigerian and a true president. He wanted to create those things that he saw because he loved Nigeria. He's a true Nigerian. But now, yes, the man is dead. So, the other people that come on board, especially our president, the present government, they are not true Nigerians. They want to destroy the people that they are governing. And their vision is to destroy everything.
So who is a true Nigerian? Can you tell me?
A true Nigerian is the one that saw the vision. And they want to bring the vision to reality.
But you do know that the person who sees the vision definitely cannot implement it alone.
Yes, if the person that saw the vision have a good mind, he will put the people that are the same mind with him in order to make the vision to become a reality.
All right, thank you, Ndubisi.
Yeah. What I would like to say is we in all of us, myself inclusive, as Nigerians, we have very short memories. So what we're discussing is a vision that was done during the administration of Yar'Adua. Yes. Is this the first vision for Nigeria? It is not.
Definitely not.
Is it the second? Is it the third? It is not. So it's not about who had
Would
the
it be
vision.
The last?
It
Definitely
will not.
not.
No. So we need to remember that. Like I said, I remember during IBB's time, potable water for all by the year 2000, housing for all by the year 2000, education by the year 2000. Then we had to watch this. We used to watch this in Space 1999, if you remember. Space 1999 was a very futuristic. So we need to. Yar'Adua did this one, yes, but he's not the first. He will not be the last. We need to understand that the issue is not the lack of people documenting their vision. The issue is that those visions, the people who document them, do not put things in place that can begin the implementation.
Legislation, which is why I'm saying, can we force their hands to implement?
We just look at it when before the government spends any year, we pass the budget into law. That does not mean the budget gets done.
Right.
But we need the foundation done. What do we need to work it backwards. What are we doing regarding education, which I'm very passionate about? The least important asset in the educational sector is the school. The most important are the teachers, the curriculum, and the teaching aids. How many of our governments spend on teachers, curriculum, and teaching aids? I'm not talking teacher salary, I'm talking teacher quality.
Yeah.
When have you heard us do anything regarding the teacher training schools?
You leave me with more questions than answers. I mean, 1.5 hours gone, and we're still here with more questions. Mutaza Mikisuf on Twitter says President Umar Musa Yar'Adua was one president that could have successfully set the standard for Nigeria to attain the Vision 2020 goals. Alas, some people believe that if Yar'Adua had been around,
we always
maybe he would have.
We always do this on the the leaders that have died. We've had how many leaders that are still alive? For example, all the looted funds came back from the one that has died. We've had how many that are still alive? Not one looted fund came back. Then all of a sudden, Yar'Adua is the best president, or Murtala Mohammed was the best. I mean,
because they died.
We need to hold accountable the people alive.
That's right.
We have a president today.
Unfortunately, I mean, you guys can go online and download this abridged version. Just go through it. It's available. Just do a quick search online and you'll find it. Nigeria had a plan for 2020. Summarily, again, the idea is that by 2020, Nigeria will be one of the 20 largest economies in the world, able to consolidate its leadership role in Africa and establish itself as a significant player in the global economic and political arena. He rolls his eyes.
Yeah, because the quota system alone will be a huge determinant that this will not happen. The quota system alone, I mean, look at our ambassador. Well, let's leave that. But the quota system alone, because if you want to be a global player, then you must put the people that can interact at a global level forward. You must put the intellectuals forward, irrespective of where they're from.
Tunji Andrews is here because we're talking more about the economy at 9:30. Tunji, 20 largest economies in the world. We're doing 28. How far?
What was the question? 2020, we failed for a while. We stopped following the Vision 2020 for a while. I think even as at 2014, we were not longer following the Vision 2020. So we had the transformation agenda. We had ERGP. We've not been following the 2020 agenda for a long time.
I think I know why.
Why?
I think I know why.
Why?
They said drinking Gary affects your sight, right?
So who's been drinking?
All of us have been drinking Gary. That's why we can't see again.
I should just put off your mic right now.
I think that's
like it affected the vision.
Yes, we can't see anymore.
But that's not proven that Gary affects us.
Well, look at us.
The problem with all the visions that we've ever had is that they've always just been put on very unrealistic. Because if you start with an unrealistic target, knowing who you are and knowing the challenges you have, you will always fail.
Unless you deal with those challenges first.
So the challenges, we never deal with the challenges. We always just want to lie to ourselves. 20 economies in 20 years, how?
Yeah, but here we are. Tony, what's coming up at 9:30?
All right, so this is unfortunately probably one of the best times for business media in the world. The world is pretty much going to crap right now. Saudi Arabia is starting a price war with Russia. It concerns crude oil. Coronavirus is also crude oil prices are at least Brent was just a little over $30 as at this morning, and Nigeria's benchmark is at 57. So
69.
So really, we are in trouble. We're in trouble right now. So
forget any vision. Reality.
Forget vision. Right now we're in trouble. And then the finance minister is talking about rejigging because obviously the budget is unrealistic as of now. It was unrealistic then, but it's now clear to them that it's unrealistic. So we're going to be talking about all of that come 9:30.
It's part of the vision to get us into the top. Let me leave it at that. Guys, let's talk about casualization tomorrow. A bill was presented at the National Assembly to criminalize casualization. Have you been a casual worker for so long? You should join me on the show tomorrow morning. As some say, if we criminalize, we need them to give them these jobs. If you criminalize all those companies, nobody will have work to do. Well, let's talk about that on the show tomorrow. The way Zeal just looks... I'm Wemimo Adewuni. Have a great day, Nigeria. I'm back tomorrow at 6 a.m. I'm on social media as Wemimo Sport. Let's keep talking.